Good evening, everyone, and welcome to 2021 Booktacular for the Lexington Public Library. The theme this evening is James Bond, so be prepared for a good time. On behalf of Community Trust Bank, we're the presenting sponsor. I'm Larry Jones, and we welcome you to this event. Have fun. The funds raised this evening will be used for education purposes through the library and help our entire community. This library is a very key part of the Lexington community, and thank you for supporting it. You're going to be entertained tonight, particularly with jazz music, so enjoy it and have a good time. Thank you very much for supporting this event. Community Trust Bank is delighted to be the presenting sponsor, and we want you to have a good time tonight. Cheers.
Your style.
Thanks. I like your style.
Good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us for the Lexington Public Libraries Foundation's 2021 Booktacular, presented by Community Trust Bank. We're going to take you on a great evening. I hope you learn a lot about the Lexington Public Library, and thank you for joining us on our James Bond theme party. I'm going to make this lovely lady a martini. You can follow along and make one as well. We're going to start with some Noilly Prat vermouth, ½ ounce. Next, one of my favorite gins, St. George Terrier Gin, 3 parts. And since we're making it for 2, I'm going to repeat that all over again. ½ part, 3 parts. Going to add a little ice. And of course, shaken, not stirred. And add an olive for the garnish. Here you go.
Thank you so much.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
And cheers to the Lexington Public Library. Thank you for supporting.
Cigarette holder, which wigs me over his shoulder. He digs me out, cat. That's that dog. Oh, baby, shall we go out skipping? Careful, amigo, you're flipping. Speeds like that's that dog. He's nobody's fool, so I'm playing it cool as can be. I'll give it a try, but I ain't for no guy catching me. Switcheroony, telephone number, but you know I'm doing my Roomba with you know, and that's that dog.
Peace and love. My name is Divine Karama. I am a hip hop artist, community activist, and director of One Lexington. I am here at the Northside Public Library, and I just want to talk a little bit about the importance of the library, not just to me personally, but One Lexington. Obviously, through One Lexington, we are trying to reduce violence, primarily with young people. And what a lot of people don't understand is violence reduction starts way before gunfire. It is all the things that lead up to it. It is the everyday life at home. It is at school. It is the alternative ways that young people can have fun. And so one of the ways that we reduce violence is through mentoring and youth programming. And the Lexington Public Library is a great place for youth programming. We look forward to partnering with them with maybe some hip hop workshops, maybe some literacy events, just anything outside of the box that can get kids thinking, learning, but at the same time having fun. And so I know when I was coming up and I was a single father, the public library was my safe place. This is where I would come and register for services. This is where I would come and try to get a job. This is where I would come and build my fan base through music. And this is where I would come to read to my daughter. And so make sure that you donate and support the Lexington Public Library. You will be supporting all of Lexington, but you will be supporting our work through One Lexington. And I promise you, your support will save a life.
Community Trust Bank has been a dedicated supporter of Lexington Public Library's Booktacular from its inception. They are committed to providing customers with the highest standards of personalized customer service. They also value giving back to Lexington. We are proud to call Community Trust Bank our Booktacular presenting sponsor. Even James Bond needs a picnic to relax and enjoy a good book sometimes. Thankfully, the Libby app can follow you on all your special missions. Download the app today and access thousands of ebooks and audiobooks to enjoy anytime, anywhere.
Hi, my name is Councilmember Jennifer Reynolds, and I am the council member for the 11th District, which is where the Village Branch Library is located. So we are here in the Village Branch Library this evening, and I hope that you're enjoying your shaken martini. And I wanted to talk a little bit about why this branch is so important to our community. This branch is located right off of Versailles Road in an area where there are a lot of apartment complexes and where there is a majority Hispanic population. We have a lot of different immigrants in this area and a really diverse neighborhood. But right here in Cardinal Valley, about 70 to 75% of the families are Hispanic. And this library serves that community so well. Throughout the years, they've almost been like a community center, providing different services that families need. And they also have a program called Homework Help, which aids children and their parents with homework after school. This is a vital service to the community because a lot of the parents don't know English very well and aren't sure how to support their children. And so volunteers come and partner with the library to provide that after-school service for them. And it is vital to the community. In addition, this library serves as meeting space I personally have used this space for government meetings and important things like that. Also, the neighborhood association has used this library space, and other community groups use it. We're in the children's area right now, and my son loves coming and getting books in Spanish from this library. There's books, there's computers, and oftentimes people don't have computers or access to internet at their house. And so this space is a place for everyone, from children to parents, and like I said, people that speak different languages. And so the Village Branch has just become a wonderful partner for me in the work that I do for the government and for these neighborhoods. And I hope that you will just get a better picture of how important the library is to Lexington and to our community.
James Bond knows that time is precious. Like him, you can utilize our curbside pickup to get some of your favorite books and films. Hurry to your favorite branch today. Airdrie Stud is a leading thoroughbred farm specializing in breeding, selling, and racing thoroughbreds in the heart of the bluegrass. Lexington Public Library Foundation is grateful for Airdrie's generous support of Booktacular and their commitment to creating a vibrant public library system for the entire Lexington-Fayette County community. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Ann Donworth. I'm the Director of Development, Marketing, and Communications with the Lexington Public Library and Library Foundation. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight for our second virtual Booktacular. I am joined today by Heather Diefenbach, the Executive Director of the Lexington Public Library, and we are here in the Kentucky Room at Central Library. Heather, what can you tell us about the Kentucky Room?
The Kentucky Room is where we traditionally highlight the history of Lexington and Central Kentucky and the state as a whole. But one thing we've really worked hard to do is to highlight the experiences of marginalized peoples who might not have their stories first and foremost in the past in the Kentucky Room.
I love seeing this right behind you as an image of the Colors of Silk, which is a group working to tell the stories of some of the African-American jockeys that contributed to the horse industry here in Kentucky.
That's right.
So can you tell us a little bit about what are your goals and priorities for the library system? You became executive director right before the pandemic hit.
Yeah, it was a fun time. So first and foremost, one goal that we set pre-pandemic for the library is, of course, to improve our DEI, or diversity, equity, and inclusion through the library services that we offer and the staff that we have in our buildings. I really believe that this is the way that the library becomes better and the way that we serve our community better. So we've been working really hard to look very closely at the services that we offer, the stories that we highlight, to make sure everyone is included.
Great. And one of the big changes has been hiring a director of education. What is that shift and what are her roles?
That's right. Well, a couple of the other priorities that I identified coming out of the pandemic were workforce development and education. You know, a lot of people lost jobs or changed careers during the pandemic. And people have always come to the library for help with employment. And I wanted to make sure we were offering the best service we possibly could in workforce development and helping people get back up on their feet or find the next phase of their career. So one of the priorities for our new Director of Education is to help really focus and build our workforce development services here at the library.
Wonderful. And for those tuning in at home or wherever you may be watching, that is one of the things that the Booktacular is raising funds to support as our workforce development campaign and program. As Heather said, we really want to make sure that the library is able to offer all of the resources to people who are looking for that next phase of their career, or maybe just to add some new skills. So really excited to see that coming together and to be able to, for the Library Foundation to provide some extra financial resources to the library to be able to beef up those offerings. So that's a really great tie-in there.
That's right.
Heather, what are some of the ways that the library has adapted over the last year? We've obviously seen a lot of change and disruption.
We have. Well, first, we adapted in one of the ways that many organizations did, and we started offering our services through curbside. We were able to offer not only books and laptops and hotspots through curbside, but also meals for people who might be struggling with food insecurity. That was a great partnership with God's Pantry.
Yes.
To make sure we were able to support people in one of their greatest needs during the pandemic.
And there's a whole segment designated to talking about the God's Pantry partnership tonight. They have just been a phenomenal partner, and I know they will continue to be.
That's right.
How about some of those partnerships that are going on with Health First Bluegrass?
That's right. Health First Bluegrass reached out to us during the pandemic to see if we would be interested in being a vaccination site, first at our village branch in Cardinal Valley. And our response was absolutely. We want to do everything we can to help our community get back to normal, get back up on its feet. And we knew that Cardinal Valley would be a great place to start there at the village branch. Our libraries built a lot of trust in that community, and we knew that would be crucial in bringing people in to get their vaccination.
And that's been so important. The library's goals are really to support our entire community, and we know that access to vaccination was one of those things that we could help do to support our community and hopefully try to get back to as normal of a lifestyle as possible. And also to make it easier for people to have better accessibility. Let's see, the last question I want to ask you is really about the Library Foundation. As you, as the executive director of the library, how do you see the role of private philanthropy and the foundation and the people tuning in here tonight, all of their generosity and their gifts?
Well, it really is another partnership. Tax dollars can only get us so far. And while we can do some great things with that money, we can do so much more when our community comes together and pitches in and helps support causes that we know are so important, like workforce development, like education. And that's where the money is going to go, to really lift up programs and services in those areas, to reach out to the people who need the most in our community.
For those of you tuning in, we know that you have supported and continue to support our public library system. We hope you will continue to give. You can donate tonight at booktacular.org, or you can go directly to the Give Butter site at givebutter.com/Booktacular 2021. If you miss your chance tonight, you are always welcome to donate online at lexpublib.org/donate. You can mail a check to the Library Foundation at 140 East Main Street in Lexington, 40507. Or you can deliver your donation directly to any of our 6 library locations. We are happy to be supported by so many of you, and grateful for the work that you are empowering in our public libraries.
Stockyards Bank and Trust has evolved from a small bank serving the Louisville livestock industry to a nationally recognized bank known for exceptional service and financial performance. But our primary focus has always been on building strong relationships with our customers and delivering extraordinary service that customers expect from a hometown community bank. We are proud to be our customers' trusted partner since 1904, and we're proud to support the Lexington Public Library. Stockyards Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
this is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. Feel the earth and move, and then hear my heart burst again. For this is the end. I've drowned and dreamt this moment, so overdue I owe them. Swept away, I'm stolen. Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall and face it all together. Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall and face it all together at skyfall. At skyfall. Skyfall is where we start. 1,000 miles and poles apart, where worlds collide and days are dark. You may have my number, you can take my name, but you'll never have my heart. Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall and face it all together. Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall and face it all together. Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall and face it all together. Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall and face it all together at skyfall. At skyfall. At skyfall. At skyfall.
It was a dark and stormy afternoon, the perfect time to visit the East Side branch of the Lexington Public Library. Okay, Iowa, I said to myself, you're a tough gal. You've been sapped twice, choked, beaten silly with a gun, shot in the arm until you're crazy as a couple of waltzing mice. Now let's see you do something really tough, like update your resume. I've got to get out of the spy game. It's just too much. I know the librarians will be able to help me. I hear they can even help an old spy like me finally get her GED in the BCTC classroom. What's he doing here? We can't have him blow my cover. I wonder what he's working on. I know the library is a great place to get some work done, but I didn't expect to see him here. Looks like he's also a big fan of the library. He'd be the perfect partner for my final mission, to support Lexington Public Library. The Green Canary flies tonight, 7 o'clock, usual place. pass it on.
Hi, my name is Jenny Smith. I'm the manager here at the Northside Library. I'm joined today by Katie Landon from God's Pantry, and we're here to talk about the partnership that we have. Currently, we have our snack program that we do in conjunction with God's Pantry, and through the pandemic, we have also done food box distributions, and in the future, we are going to have a food pantry here at the Northside branch.
Hey, I'm Katie Landon. I work at God's Pantry Food Bank as the Nutrition Programs Manager, and we love having partnerships with people like the library. Our mission is to reduce hunger by working together to feed Kentucky families, and so this is a great collaboration and partnership to be able to increase food access to kids and teens, so we're happy to work with y'all.
Well, we are thrilled to work with you. I thought that I would talk just a little bit sort of about how the program has morphed during the pandemic. So in the past year and a half, I think we have done 3 different versions of this snack program here at Northside. So pre-pandemic, we were doing snack during the weekdays, every weekday for an hour, and we had programming that accompanied it. We do the programming because it is part of the federal food program that God's Pantry is our coordinator. And so because we do enrichment activities like programming and other things, God's Pantry is able to be reimbursed for the food that they provide us, which is fabulous, so it benefits both of us. And then we of course shut down during the pandemic and didn't have snack. When we came back with snack as a curbside model, and we were able to expand the hours so that now we offer snack from 3:30 to 5:30, Monday through Saturday, which is fabulous. We really love that we're able to get the kids, when they get off school, they can come on down, from the Winburn area or wherever they're going to school. And then we're also able to go a little bit later in the day so that we can get families, if there's parents that are picking up kids from daycare, and then they come, we can provide them with a meal. And then we're still doing enrichment activities. Through the pandemic, we did to-go activity kits, so we would just bag up STEM activities and art activities, worksheets, all kinds of fun things, and we would send you a list of everything we were doing. And now we have several carts that we bring out, so families can do activities together, or teens can do whatever interests them. We've got an art cart, a family game cart, a STEM activity cart, just a chance for kids to get creative and do some activities. So we added up the number of meals that we've done just in 2021, and it is over 2,500. So we have fed a lot of kids in partnership, and I think that is an amazing thing. I know that makes us feel wonderful to be a part of that, to fill that need in the community. And
Well, I really appreciate the creativity that the library employed, because the kits were so fun. I was like, I want to be a kid and go get an enrichment kit at the library. And all this stuff looks so fun too. I have really good memories of drawing and coloring and things like that. So I appreciate how creative you were in going from to-go to doing the carts. I think that's a really neat thing that you've done.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
We also did food boxes, several food box distributions, and I don't know the exact number, but it was several hundred food boxes that were given out as part of the Farms to Families food box program. And that was amazing. We would have cars lining up in the parking lot, and our staff and God's Pantry staff would all just kind of help out and put food boxes in trunks so people could get some extra food to help out their family, and that was amazing.
Yeah, and we're just trying to get food access increased in this neighborhood, but just providing food where kids already are, where families are already coming and they already want to be here, because this is a really fun library, but just making sure that we have that service and that people can pop in and get food is going to be great. So
to be able to have a family come in, and maybe mom is working on a job application, and dad's reading a book and the kids are playing on our play patio, that hey, you can stay as long as you want because we have a way to feed you, and you're going to leave and you're going to have accomplished your task and had a meal and had some good family time together doing some of our activities. So it's just a really really fun way that everything kind of comes together. Well, thank you, Katie, for joining us, and thank you everybody watching the virtual Booktacular event. If you are willing to donate, we would love that, and your donations will help go to fund programs like this. We will be able to buy additional activity carts and do some really fabulous in-person programming when that's back in the cards and we're sort of in a better place with COVID. So we hope that you donate to the library, and thank you for your time.
Agent Whitney, the recruits are here.
Welcome, recruits. Follow me. We're going to head over here to the gallery of our most famous agents. Come on over. Over here we have our public use computers. These are for agents working with families here to be able to use the computer and access the internet anytime while we're open. Sorry I had to take that. This is our storytime area. Agents here gather with their families to enjoy stories and songs and learn to develop as agents. We engage with agents even at the very beginning of life. Their training starts here in our play area. This is our gross motor play area. Those big body movements really help to make an agent successful in our community. Your mission, should you choose to accept it. I'm on my way.
Today's mission, a clandestine meeting at the Lexington Public Library. I need to look like I belong here. Aha! I'll check out a laptop to blend in. Thank goodness I brought my library card with me. Are you looking for a comfy place to get some work done? Are you in need of some technology for your covert operations? Look no further than the Lexington Public Library. Laptops and mobile hotspots are available for checkout at every branch location. All you need is your library card. Aliases not required. For more than 160 years, PNC Bank has helped countless individuals, families, and businesses achieve their financial goals. Our approach is what makes us unique. We combine the knowledge, insight, and decision-making of a local team with the strength and resources of one of the country's largest banks, which allows us to deliver sophisticated banking and advisory solutions to companies of all sizes. We know we are only as successful as those we serve, which is why we seek to strengthen the communities where we live and work by providing resources that help support economic development, social justice, and early childhood education through our $500 million bilingual initiative, Grow Up Great. PNC is a proud supporter of Lexington Public Library and appreciates its commitment to making Kentucky a better place.
Hi, I'm Kelly Parmley. I'm the Community Relations Manager here at the library, joined by my friend Pete the Cat today.
All right. Hi, Kelly. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, any time of the day we're watching this. My name is Jahida H. West, and I am the Director of Client and Community Relations for PNC. I'm also here today representing the Public Library Advisory Board, so I'm wearing two hats.
So we are super excited. I'm super excited that Jahida is here today because PNC Bank, through their generosity of the Grow Up Great Fund, has given us a grant for a project called Destination Kindergarten.
Yay!
So that's kind of what we're looking at here today. We have a Destination Kindergarten area, or shelf as it were, at every one of our branches. where parents can come in and get some information to help kids get ready for school, because we know that 50% of the children in our community probably go to school not quite ready to be there, and we want to try to bridge that gap. I know Jahida does a lot of things with her daughters at home, and she's taken part in this with her family.
Right, and some people might wonder why, PNC would support something like this. Well, we believe in providing resources, funding to help quality early childhood education, and that's our future workforce. That's who's going to take care of us when we grow up, and so, it's really important to our bank to fund programs like Destination Kindergarten and to help advocate, because the library does so much. So we're really proud to partner on this initiative. All the pieces are really exciting about it. And like Kelly mentioned, I visit the library as often as I can with my little kids, and they love this. They love every resource. It's appropriate for the kids. It's fun for the adults, and all the kids that are in the house. So it's really nice to be a part of this, personally and professionally.
So we'll look at some of the things on the shelf and show you guys some of the items that we have through the generosity of PNC that we're able to share with families. And this helps families. Not every child has the opportunity to go to preschool right now. They're not all engaged in formal education, but you are your parent's first teacher. The caregivers are at home, and so these are some things that you can do at home with your child. So we'll look at a couple of the things. I know that when families come into the library to start with Destination Kindergarten, they get a backpack. This super cool little backpack with our little logo and a little PNC logo on it. And then they'll get to have their first bingo card. And so they get this bingo card. I know Jahida's got one hanging on her refrigerator at home. She and her daughters are working through it. And it just has a lot of fun ways to read, talk, play, sing, and write with your family. So we have 5 different ones of these bingo cards in English and in Spanish. And children can come in with their families, and then when they finish a card, they can get a little prize. We have cute little tags that they can get for their backpack, and then they can get a new bingo card. And so in the meantime, when they come in, there's some other things to engage families. Jahida, what do you have over there in your area?
We've got some numbered activity cards. So these are really easy, user-friendly. Pigeon, we're going to sit you down right there. And you've got numbers. You can talk about the colors, the number. There's animals. And then on the back, there's activities. Very simple. I got really excited one time at the grocery store. The clerk engaged my 3-year-old, asked about the number of items going on the conveyor belt. Like, that is key. That's what Destination Kindergarten is all about. It's about the whole community helping raise our youngest learners. So these are cards that are at the libraries. There's a variety of those.
And then we've got every week, parents can come in and get new activities that are related to the theme. Like the theme we have now going on this week is early literacy, and the activities are sheets about making a rhyme and recognizing upper and lowercase letters. So things like that will change every week, and families can continue to come in and get some new activity to take home. So we hope that all of you that have young children or in your family or in your neighborhood or whatever will encourage them to participate in our Destination Kindergarten program, because learning starts at home, and it's something easy and fun that everyone can do.
Yeah. And I appreciate, speaking as a board member, as a corporate supporter, this is it's amazing. It's very thoughtful, and it's something complimentary and free for any family. So like Kelly said, even if you don't have a little in your house, you can pick up some of these items. Tell people, advocate, tell other friends that might not know about these materials to visit the library and visit us frequently, because we've got a lot of great stuff and it changes every week. So thank you to the library, and I appreciate what you guys do, and we're ready to get all of our kids ready for kindergarten.
So on behalf of the library, we want to again thank PNC for their generosity. We're super excited to work on this project and partner with you all on this. We think it's going to make a huge difference, and we encourage everybody to come into our libraries and learn how to read, talk, play, sing, and write with their families.
The funds raised tonight will benefit the Lexington Public Library and their programs related to K-12 learning recovery and workforce development.
Thank you to our amazing sponsors, our Booktacular Planning Committee, and most importantly, you, for joining us on this virtual event designed to ensure safety amongst our guests and patrons. A huge thank you to Community Trust Bank for serving as this year's presenting sponsor. A special thanks to our Diamonds Are Forever sponsors, Airdrie Stud, PNC Bank, and Stockyards Bank.
Thank you to our Goldfinger sponsors, Osio Capital, Ballast, Bank of America, Bluegrass Sotheby's, Eli and Mary Lynn Capilouto, Central Bank, EOP Architects, James Motor Company, Keeneland, Keith Key, Kentucky American Water, Kincaid and Stilts, Marsh & McLennan, McGriff Insurance, MCM CPAs and Advisors, Solomon & Company, Shrout Tate & Wilson, and the Pfister Group at Morgan Stanley. Many thanks to the Keith McCutcheon Jazz Ensemble for performing that wonderful song. And additional thanks to the Lexington Fashion Collaborative, especially Caroline Powell and Ed Mackey, who coordinated our wonderful models, Carmen Norris, Awa Thornton, Keegan Elvidge. And additional thanks to Candace Reichbach for providing that great first stole and elevating our Bond style. Thank you to the council member Jennifer Reynolds, Divine Karama of One Lexington, Whitney Johnson, and Jenny Smith.
Thank you to Katie Landon of God's Pantry, Kelly Parmley, and Jahida West of PNC.
We hope you've learned lots about the library and understand why we love it as much as we do.
And thank you to Melissa and Lucian Moody for allowing us to film their 2015 Aston Martin Vanquish Volante.
And big thanks to Jeremy Midkiff for all of the filming and for helping with streaming. Thank you to the amazing staff of the Lexington Public Library, the Library Board and Foundation Board, and to you, our supporters.
Here you go, my dear.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your generosity and joining us this evening. Cheers to the Lexington Public Library. Cheers.
Don't know why I didn't come. I feel as empty as a drum. I don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come.